For another road to travel when the current path starts to unravel. We see options before us, decisions to be made, and we know that we might have to do it, even while we're afraid. Watching plans become habits, when friends can guide our way. Soon we will believe that things will turn out okay.
I'm that, but you know.
We are the split generation, living in a divided nation. We were adults before our phone was in each pocket. The split generation, living in a divided nation. We're raising kids to try each new thing on the docket. The hardest part is there is never a break. We're tangled in a web that's always awake, always awake. He's always awake. The world in which our kids grow up, we never could have dreamed. Every aspect of our lives can now be live streamed. We don't think that it's right for kids to get all these big ideas. My daughter has been trying up each new trend she hears. I must learn to navigate at the same time they do. Build a home that's safe and healthy for my crew. We are the split generation, living in a divided nation. We're spinning around and hoping we will find the truth. The split generation, living in a divided nation. We know there's more than one right way to stand for you. The hardest part is there is never a break. We're tangled in a web that's always awake, always awake. I have a story that I'd like to share. I wanna be who I am, find out who I wanna be. I have songs to sing and ways to care. Let them know I am here.
I celebrate everyone.
I want attention, friends. See that I'm right. So will I decide. The world, the only imperfections, holds 1,000 tiny intersections. Subtle words and misty inflections. Infinite reasons to find connections.
Hi, sweeties. I missed you.
Hi.
How was your weekend?
Good.
Okay. Are you sure everything's okay?
Yeah, fine. I'm a little sicker than usual.
I'm sorry to hear that. I'll stop over there tomorrow and I'll see if she needs anything. Could you please put your dirty clothes in the washer and run it?
I don't have any dirty clothes. Nobody asked you.
Did you do your laundry at Dad's?
No.
Then please do it here.
Oh, and by the way, what is some second mortgage?
Why do you ask?
Well, Dad said you bought one of those and it was a total waste of money. And that's why our family never spends time together anymore.
Everybody come over here and sit with me. There are things that happen between adults that have nothing to do with you. Come, sit. I'm sorry. The trouble, sweetie, Shay, sweetie,
I'm so sorry.
why are you so sorry? None of this is your fault.
Why do you hate Daddy?
I don't hate Daddy.
Then why aren't we all living together?
There are things that couldn't continue at your dad's house, so I decided to find a place, a safe place.
Dad said it was because I didn't stay at that party 2 months ago.
Do not blame yourself. This is absolutely not your fault.
That evening, your dad made some really bad choices. You did exactly the right thing to call your mom.
But now we live in this dump where I don't even have my own room. I have to share with a gross girl.
I'm not gross.
Well, you are when you put on that perfume.
Well, at least I don't leave the toilet seat up.
You leave all your crap all over the floor and I have to swan dive over it.
Hey, hey, hey! This is our safe, cozy house. How can we work together to make this house feel like our home?
I don't know.
Can we get a puppy?
No, honey. No. As I was saying.
And I'm ready for a puppy.
This house is so quiet and cold, so tiny and empty and old. All it needs is some fur and not something that hurts. A puppy will make this whole house a home. What a great idea! We should get a puppy.
Children, we're not talking about this
This
tonight.
house is so quiet and cold, and probably covered in mold. She knows what it means. We won't always be kids. A puppy will make this whole house a home. This house is so quiet and cold, and mothers who need to be told. The only thing missing besides friendly kissing, a puppy will totally make this house stink. Crowded, full of fleas, loud. You know they bark, don't you? I'm doing the best I can to work a tough job just to hold everybody together. We need a puppy right now. We're going to be happy, but it seems to them I uprooted their home. I know I made the right decision, but how could it look that way to them? We totally need a puppy. I shared a room with my sister as a kid, and they will get used to it too. They may think they want a dog, but adding more bodies to top. I am sure you have no intention of feeding and walking a dog. Puppies, puppies, puppies. Let's get 2 or 3 or 4. Even allowed. And guinea pigs. Also rabbits, birds, and that's why I'm allergic. Chickens and really big stray cats and an elephant. This house will be pleasantly full. As soon as we're straight, we can roll. All it needs is our wishes of wet puppy kisses. We know that you miss us. How can you dismiss us? A puppy will totally make this house feel like a home.
You think you can't show up for the biggest audience ever and everyone is just supposed to roll with it? Together we would have been awesome, Gabriella. By myself I looked like a fool.
For God's sake, stop calling me that!
Thought that was your name. What do you want to be called?
Gabe, and I'm actually a boy.
Okay, Gabe, I still think you owe me an apology.
I refuse to apologize for who I am. If you can't support me, that's on you.
Whoa, are you honestly mad at me for this? You're the one who took our big day and made me look bad. Now the guys have even more to tease me about.
Tease you? What would you get teased for?
Hockey players think figure skating is for losers.
I'm not wrong.
Oh great, now you're gonna be one of those mean guys.
Not to the people who accept me.
I'll keep that in mind.
Hey Gabe, can I talk to you for a minute? I've been thinking I'd like to help you use your tenor voice. How would that be?
You mean in chorus? Or just general speaking?
Both. You know that singing and speaking are the same physical process, right? Let's get together after school sometimes, or if you have a free period, I'd be happy to help your lower range feel comfortable.
Well, I'm not, you know, I haven't.
No hormones yet. But you've been speaking in your lower register lately, which makes total sense with your identity, and I'll help you avoid vocal fry. Do you know what that is?
Oh yeah, like the...
Yeah, don't do that. You have such a lovely voice, and we'll help it grow into a gorgeous tenor. Go to class, and I'll email you about a tenor lesson.
Just call it a voice lesson?
Sure. Hang in there, Gabe. Good morning, 6th grade chorus. Liz, you're here too.
How's Grandma doing?
She's been sleeping a lot at the hospice place. I think she's feeling better, but I haven't seen her yet today.
Let's go visit her.
Not right now. She's asleep. Maybe this afternoon.
Okay. What are you gonna have for lunch?
Whatever you want. I have to work to do on my computer.
What do we have?
I don't know. Your mother hasn't gone to the store in a long time, so all the food is probably gone or rotten. Eat whatever you want, just don't make a mess.
So I'll just look around.
Hey, candy is not lunch.
You're not my mom. Get a yogurt.
So, I think I didn't understand you. Did you say you're with your ex-husband?
Well, he's the father of my children. We're going to see if we can make things work again.
You're also not my dad. So shut up.
So when you said I was the love of your life, is that all gone now?
Someone has to be. I'll make you a sandwich.
I hate sandwiches.
I'm sorry, Jeremy. I really appreciate what you've done for me and my children. Owen loves his new backpack.
Ugh, you're such a jerk.
Just because I don't like your food ideas?
That and because you ruined my paintbrushes.
I did not. What are you talking about?
You didn't clean them well enough, and they dried up.
I thought we could all go bowling together. My kids and your kids. Or to one of those trampoline parks.
I don't think my husband would be okay with that. He's very jealous.
I can just wash them again.
They were my best brushes, and the bristles will never be the same again. You're always touching my stuff without asking.
I'd be happy to pay.
I've said no in every way I know how. Goodbye, Jeremy.
Well, you're always borrowing my things without asking. I was just painting Cepheus?
Sorry. Star Master.
Starmaster. Starmaster, the god of strength and love.
Well, your painting sucks, as do your universe ideas.
You're a jerk. You don't care about me at all.
The least you could do is buy me some new brushes.
No way. It was a mistake, okay? It wasn't my fault.
It was all your fault.
Why are you two yelling at each other? Ah, what is this race car doing in the middle of the floor? I should throw away all your toys. You brats never do what you're told. This house is a mess. Your stupid mother doesn't care enough about this family to come home after work. You two bicker, and you exist just to piss me off.
show you what came in the mail today.
Let's go. Oh, my God. That is so cool. Consuela is bigger than me.
Almost my entire door.
You took down your skating medals.
Yeah, no more tutus and low necklines for me.
That makes sense. Sorry, I didn't think of that. Now I see why you chose the poster.
Oh yeah, it's one of the few things my mom can't control about me.
Girls, it's time for lunch. Come on down.
Does she not know that you're...
I've told her a dozen times, but she insists on calling me a girl and trying to talk me out of being trans, pretending this is just some passing phase that I got tired of being a girl because I'm fickle the same way I didn't like ice skating in a tutu. Now Derek's mad at me too.
Wow.
Okay, that was kind of a dick move.
You definitely could have waited 2 hours, but I understand, Gabriel. Listen, I know you're a boy. My mom knows you're a boy. Let's go have lunch. I'll call you Gabriel and use he as much as I can.
Oh, you probably shouldn't.
Hi, girls. Get your hands washed. I made you some blue cheese salad with pears and pecans. Would you like raspberry vinaigrette or ranch dressing?
Oh, I'll have raspberry. How about you, Gabriel?
Yeah, raspberry's good. I'll be right back, just washing my hands.
Thank you for making lunch. I'll wait until he's out of the bathroom, and then we'll be right here.
My husband isn't here. He's working from home today.
Right, but I'm talking about your son.
I don't have a son.
Well, you have a child who wants to be called he, so why not?
Now see here.
Whoa, Mama, this salad looks delicious. I lost my spot. You must have been working on it all morning.
We have discussed this. We do not play make-believe in our family. You are my daughter, and I expect you to behave as my daughter.
Oh, I see. It's a problem that I want to be who I really am, but you can force me to smile for a picture, wearing a dress you know I hate, and cheer for me while some guy dusts the ice with my head.
That's enough, Gabby.
All you do is shove me into your mold of the daughter you wish you had. I'm sorry to be such a disappointment.
But I'm in the wrong place here. You! You are a bad influence on my child, filling her head with all these fantasies.
Me?
You're enabling this behavior. Still in the wrong place. Get out of my house!
We didn't have our blocking rehearsal. Oh my gosh, not Liz too.
My grandma died in her sleep. We are so sad.
Oh, Liz, I'm so sorry. Please let me know if there's any way I can help. She's not online now. I can't help. I wish I could. Make everything.
I always try to be the best friend that I can, but sometimes things don't go according to plan. You might think the smile on my face is all there is, but the pain is not reserved for Gabe and Liz. When I see a friend suffering, I feel it in my gut. Their pain becomes mine, and my heart cannot be shut. I don't know how to separate their pain from my own. Every time I talk to them or call them on the phone, it's my job to make them happy, and I failed at every turn. Sadness splashes back on me like a second-degree burn. I always try to be the best friend that I can, but these problems are complex and I don't have a plan. The right way to behave is constantly shifting. I want to light a new path and see the fog lifting. If I had a magic wand, I'd create a different world. Every soul would get to show their inner flag unfurled. Parents would be loving, supportive, and kind. And if we struggled differently, we'd have a chance to find a place to be safe, to be who we are, thought that I was helping, but my choices had to be done.
I really thought that things were better. I thought the game was finding freedom. I thought that I was helping, but my choices had to be done. I don't know how to separate his pain from my own. Every time I talk to him or call him on the phone, it's my job to make him happy, and I failed at every turn. His strife splashes back on me like a second-degree burn. I'm not sleeping well. My grades are slipping. I started telling lies. How can I applaud when people need me? I can't ignore their cries. If I had known, I'd create a different world. Every soul would get to show their inner flag unfurled. It's honestly not that I'm addicted to my phone. It's that everyone deserves a place to know they're not alone. A place to be safe, to be who we are. The time to find our truth together. The time to find our truth. Stars align. Stars align.
Oh, I remember this little duck. I used to play with it over in that corner, the nesting TV trays. We had a whole set of farm animals. I wonder where the rest of them went.
Probably in the basement, on the bottom shelf near the furnace. Do you want these dishes to go in the basement too? Or should we donate them?
Let's collect everything that we think my relatives will want in the kitchen, since it's the least cluttered. I'm sure my aunts and uncles will want to take some of this stuff.
I can't believe she was still using a rotary dial phone. Look at this.
Yeah, you don't see those very often anymore.
You've always had a tendency not to throw things away anyway.
Yeah, I know. It's gotten worse since you left. I'm sorry things got all messed up. I miss you.
I miss you too.
I remember at the waterfall, watching the sun set in the western sky. The moon was peeking above the trees with fireflies floating by. We could hear the water rushing onto the sand as you carefully, gently took my hand. We could have it all again. This time I'll never let you go. Abby, I need you. I love you. I want you. I've got you. I need you. I love you. I want you. I've got you. Oh, Abby, I want you. Because we're gonna walk once more down the aisle. And this time I'll do everything right. You're the only one who makes me smile. We were such a good team when we fixed up this house. Twice weekly trips to Home Depot, inviting the whole neighborhood over. They couldn't tell the paint job was cheap though. You would cook the most succulent roasts, flavorful soups and homemade bread, and the coffee was always fragrant in the morning. And at night, we were heaven in bed.
I remember.
We could have it all again. And this time, I'll never, ever let you go. Abby, I need you. I love you. I want you. I've got you. I need you. I love you. I want you. I've got you. Oh, Abby, I want you, because we're gonna walk once more right down the aisle. And this time I'll do everything right. You're the only one who makes me smile.
I don't know.
We could go out to dinner as a starter.
Maybe.
Let's have Megan watch the kids. I'm ready to bury the hatchet because I know she's your friend, which means I care about her too.
You do?
Anything you care about matters to me.
Well, thank you, Jeremy.
Saturday night, 6 o'clock.
Sounds lovely.
My dear daughter, there is something we need to talk about.
Yes?
There was a charge on my PayPal that I didn't make and Daddy didn't either.
Oh,
Do you know anything about it?
no.
Okay, I've never had any reason to think you'd lie to me. Then there must be another reason.
I had to buy a binder for Gabriel.
A 3-ring binder? Those cost like $3.99 at Staples.
No.
I feel as if you're not being honest with me. This charge was for $43. Explain, please.
It's not a 3-ring binder, it's a chest binder to make Gabe look flat.
To squish his breasts
Well, I guess. See, Gabe was using duct tape.
on his body? That's terrible.
Yeah, to flatten himself. It is terrible. But he feels that bad about all the, puberty sucks anyway, right? Imagine if you didn't feel like a girl and you had period cramps.
That would be upsetting, but why is it your job to get him underwear?
I mean, it's not underwear.
It's something he should be talking about with his parents.
He doesn't feel safe talking to his parents about it.
Okay, but I don't feel safe that you used my money to buy underwear for my student.
Oh, okay. I didn't think about that.
You'll think about it next time. You're going to have a little vacation from your phone.
What? No, you can't do
And
that.
that's what all kids say about their phones. I promise you, you will survive just for 2 days.
No, this is different, really.
Brooke, you don't have to have a phone at all. If you expect freedom, I expect responsibility. I'm taking your phone. You can exhale and you'll feel much better.
You have no idea what I go through every day. I'm the one everyone has to confide in. And they will literally not have anywhere else to turn. What if something terrible happens and I can't find out about it? Ooh, you really don't understand. I can't believe you would do this to me. I thought you cared about Gabe and Liz.
When I was a child, I talked on a phone attached to the wall with a long curly cord. If someone upstairs were listening in, I never would have known. Now that our kids have this extra appendage, all of the peers in the palm of their hands, they always feel the need to answer notifications like a world-class dancer, jumping from one app to the next. God forbid you don't answer a text. Parenting in the internet age. If there's a manual, I can find the page. I'm glad Brooke wants to intervene, but you can't be a therapist when you're only 13. She's not ready. We're not ready. Guess the world won't wait already. Sure, I see this kid sing beautifully in chorus, but how can we see the dynamics before us? All the ways they poke and hurt each other. I have to say something to Gabriel's mother.
Hardest part.
Nope, you have lines.
Oh, I have lines.
Yep.
Oh, shoot. Fill her soul with love. That's got to be a hard path to contemplate.
You feel sorry for Helen?
She must be afraid of something.
Okay, I guess.
The hardest part is there's never a break. We're tangled in a web that is always awake. Go to bed be lazy and unprepared. But here she shows she's really anxious and also scared. Look at all this encouragement. She sees others like her. There's a name for it. Now maybe she will feel more secure.
The struggle is unique. When we open up the door and take a peek into the pain, the newness, anxiety, or illness, we help each other cope and promote each other's wellness. Come and join our fan club. Learn a brand new skill. If nobody has tried it, you know somebody will. Who knows what might come around when we search the web for common ground.
Now we are the ones who set the rules, who help our children use these tools. Together we can figure out what is too much, is useful, and how to tell the truthful. If they need our help, we won't blame them. And as they learn to balance, we won't shame them. But we can't let them learn their limits from each other. We need to claim them and hold our children close.
Hey man, sorry I was a dick a few weeks ago.
Hey, I hope you know I'm totally chill about you being a dude, but leaving me without a partner on the day of the show, not cool.
Yeah, I figured that out. I only thought you were an abusive jerk for like 6 minutes. I'm just kind of pissed at the world right now.
Right, I can imagine. Well, I was thinking you might not know that when I left hockey, the guys were, well, they totally trashed on me, calling me a fairy and saying that figure skating is a stupid waste of time.
Again, they're not wrong.
Thanks for nothing, dude!
Not that you're a fairy, but it's a waste of time.
See, that's where I think you're wrong.
When I was zooming in a forward stride, when I was dragging on the inside edges, I could feel my soul freely flying and see the fans peering over the ledges. But when the puck came into the picture, and I worried about the angle of my shot, I would trip over my stick, crash into my teammates. They could tell I'm not so hot. So they sent me to be a figure skater. There really aren't a lot of dudes. And as you can see, the girls are nice to me, so I didn't have too much to lose. They said I'd learn to jump if I'd give it a try. And that's why I want you to learn how to skate like a guy.
What? Forget it. Sorry. Before you go too much further, there's something that you need to understand. Winning contests as a skater was all for my folks. It fit into their master plan. All these medals mean so much to my mom that I feel like I set off a bomb. My life as a girl lies within those walls. The frozen floor, the Zamboni, the bruises, the falls. It hurts. It's like rust I have scraped from my soul. I cannot go back or I'll lose all control.
I'm not sure if you noticed, but I happen to be male. And I like to skate because it's fun. It's like my spirit sets sail when you spin around in a circle.
Yeah, that's cool.
Or you spread your arms out wide. There's a feeling of exhilaration that comes from deep inside. Hey, I think it's great that you figured out you're a boy.
I'm walking for once with my head held high.
Will your life be full of
I'm thrilled to know for sure I was born a guy.
But don't you want to try again what you know how to do the best?
I don't know.
I've skated with a lot of folks whom you'd put to the test.
Really?
There's honestly nothing like landing a jump. I can feel every artery, each blood vessel pump. Think about it, it's the same sport, and it's never been a question of luck.
Okay, I will try. As long as you don't act like a hockey puck.
Thank you for meeting with me, Helen.
It was a hard decision to get together with you. I don't think it's a secret that I'm not comfortable with the way you treat my daughter.
There is a lot to navigate.
Buying her a corset absolutely crossed the line.
Your child was using duct tape. A binder is designed to flatten the chest more safely.
So what happens when a teacher meddles in the lives of their students?
I could see where it would appear that way.
You are aiding and abetting this ridiculous act my daughter is putting on.
What are you actually afraid of, Helen?
I'm not afraid of anything. I just hate that you encourage my daughter to pretend she's a boy. She said you're making her sing tenor.
I've been noticing the use of the rough part of the low voice, which is really hard on the vocal cords. I'm helping the lower register come out more healthily.
That is not your place. She's just pretending to be a boy and doesn't need encouragement.
If you had given birth to a son, you would love him, right?
I am not going to trade my unhappy girl for an unhappy boy. This isn't going to make her happy either, just because she hates herself.
I don't see that at all. He hates the way you treat him, but he loves who he is.
You're going to tell me how I should treat my own child? I have bent over backwards for her, to help her, giving her every type of lesson, toy, outfit, everything she's ever asked for.
Accept your support. Why not call him Gabriel?
I chose the name Gabriella because it is beautiful.
It is. But what do you have to lose by calling him what he wants to be called?
It's just another one of her phases.
Maybe you're right. What if it is a phase? The best thing you can do is love him through this. Say, yes, you are a boy. Say, how can I help you? Show him how much you love him and see if the other aspects of being a teenager fall into place.
I am not going to let the kid get a penis and see what happens.
Oh, I see what you're afraid of.
Sometimes you have to do it afraid.
I agree with you. If I had a child who was questioning their gender, I would think hard about hormones.
Perfect decisions cannot be
Have them wait until 18 before deciding whether to have surgery, but I would absolutely call him what he wanted to be called.
You're not a therapist. Her therapist is very good.
Listen to the calling within
Is the
you.
therapist willing to acknowledge that Gabriel is a boy?
I am not going to continue this conversation.
You might be surprised at the life you can start.
And there are a lot of scary places for transgender kids. Don't make your home one of them.
Since I looked through Liz's phone and found all that support for her anxiety, I've been researching how to help Liz through her panic attacks. I told Jeremy it's really important to draw her senses to the here and now. So we ask her questions that ground her. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you smell?
I hope that he will find it in himself to help her as well.
I think he will. He's so sweet at breakfast.
Breakfast?
Oh yeah. Well, we went out to our favorite diner a couple of times.
That sounds kind of confusing.
Well, he's been struggling with his mother's death, and I knew her well, too.
I'm sure he has friends who can help him through that. Were Liz and Chase with you?
Yes.
Abby.
Look, I miss my family.
Do you miss being lowest priority all the time? Do you miss the way he stacks all his mistakes on a silver platter and hands them to you?
Why do you do the things that hurt you? Why do you press on every bruise? Why does it seem like every choice will lead to a place where you will lose? Can't you show a bit of self-respect? How many more souls will this heart infect?
You have no idea what it feels like being in my own place all alone. All this time in the past few months, it feels like Jeremy has grown. We talked about everything we need to change, and none of it feels particularly strange. Together we were better than apart.
Oh my God, Abby, don't you even start. Do you miss the blame, the lies, or the abuse? The other people he will always choose. He will make you feel like a queen for maybe a week, but then right back to gaslighting and making you feel mean.
My children need a man in their lives.
Okay, but not that one.
And I'm the only one who can keep them safe.
You need a network.
He's always angry when I'm not around, but I know how to put him in his place. I'm the only one who can protect my
You're
kids.
right. Young people's eyes are fixed on you, learning each day what they should do. Once you showed that you were strong, now you return to what was wrong. Say what you will, but they are watching. Smiling you must, but your face is blanching. Do what you know is right for chase and
You think you know what's best for
Take
us.
one more step toward freedom, yours and his.
I can see into the future, maybe not see, but kind of feel. For one shining moment, I can tell the feeling is real. I am who I always knew I was all along. The universe lets me know that I belong.
Yes, we know that you belong.
The closet was small and suffocating, but your dream was big and intoxicating.
The closet was dark and incarcerating,
But you came out light and liberating.
You can't think straight, but I'm bursting with pride. For so many years you had to hide, you had to lie, and you had to try, but I'm marching with you by your side.
The cage was black with iron bars. The colors of the rainbow seemed so far. The cage was square and the bars so straight, but you came out strong and you bent the gate.
You can't think straight, but I'm bursting with pride. For so many years you had to hide, you had to lie, and you had to try, but I'm marching with you by your side.
Now you're a magical unicorn with rainbow dreadlocks.
You're a music machine that makes the beat drop.
You're a singing bluebird high in the sky.
You're a real rising star, and I think that I know why.
Open your heart and feel our love. You are worthy and you are enough. You can't think straight, but I'm bursting with pride. For so many years you had to hide, you had to lie, and you had to try, but I'm marching with you by your side. I'm marching with you by your side. There's no need to hide, 'cause I'm marching with you by your side. I'm bursting with pride.
Breaking news. We have just received word that transaction pronounced dead at Kindred Hospital at 7:48 p.m. Venezuela often spoke out against injustice, LGBTQ inequality, and the need to decriminalize sex work. He was proud to be a trans woman. Police are investigating what appears to be a hate crime.
Ring, ring.
Page 79.
Oh my goodness, thanks. Oh my god, I just heard. Do you want to come over?
Yes.
Where do you think you're going?
I'm going to Brooke's house.
You absolutely are not.
Look, Consuelo Gonzalez was just murdered. I need to be with my friends.
The trans actor?
She's an actress, and she didn't deserve to be killed.
Sweetie, this is what I'm talking about. I don't want that kind of life for you.
Do you think I deserve to be beaten to death?
Of course not.
This is the way I was born. The way you birthed me. The way God made me and the way I have been cursed to look different from the way I feel for my entire goddamn life.
Watch your mouth.
And to be repeatedly shoved into a space where I can't even breathe.
I'm not.
A life that some people think shouldn't be allowed, that they'll take ruthlessly from another talented actress. There is no justice in this world, and I have had enough.
Oh, you are a sight for sore eyes.
Thank you. I'm gonna say hi to the kids before we head out.
I'm so excited to wine you and dine you and then sweep you off your feet.
Liz, are you okay? Liz, sweetie, when do you need me? I'm here, honey.
Open your eyes. Tell me 3 things that you see.
I see your nose. I see my feet. I see Chase.
Tell me 3 things you can hear.
I hear the clock. I hear the heater. I hear footsteps.
Tell me 3 things that you can feel.
Hey, what's going on? We're gonna be late.
Your children can't be left alone right now.
She was fine an hour ago. I don't get what her problem.
Did something happen this afternoon?
It was no big deal.
You don't remember the fight?
What fight?
Because Liz utterly refused to clean the living room when I asked her to 6 times. I was fully within my rights.
You didn't have to throw things at her.
Why are you throwing things at
I
my
asked
children?
her to clean up her toys.
Oh my God, you jerk. Where am I?
Where are you?
Did that thing again. No. Why are you throwing things at my children?
Can we just drop this? Our reservations are in 15 minutes.
We are not going out to dinner.
What? Are you kidding me?
I have never been more serious.
Where did that come from?
If you can't behave like an adult around our children, I am taking them.
Well, this is my time with them.
You shouldn't have time with them if you're going to be putting them in danger. Chase, please collect your things and Liz's too.
Okay, it's not so different.
Probably less so than chasing after a puck with a stick in your hand.
I think the jumps are identical. And there's a lot of plain old parallel work. I'll just have to learn it to throw and catch another person.
Yeah, that's weird.
You think it's weird for you? I was never a fan of you letting... I was never a fan of letting you send me into the air.
No, but I'm so trustworthy and responsible.
I must say, it's surreal seeing you in black skates instead of white, but it's great to have you back on the ice.
My legs are beastly tired, not gonna lie.
Well, how many months has it been?
Too long.
Okay. I'd wait 2 days, let those muscles recover, and work a little more gently next time.
I will. Thanks so much.
But really excellent work, Gabe. I am very encouraged.
Me too. So how you doing, Coach?
I'm fine. What do you mean?
I was just thinking, you have to be yourself. I have total faith in you.
Hello.
I'll catch you later.
Mom, you look so Handsome? And natural out there.
Thank you.
You've always been at home on the ice.
Okay. And
I've been so wrong about so many things.
well, yeah.
And you haven't been quitting.
That's what I've been trying to tell you, Mom.
I don't know what else to say, but I definitely know how to make a nylon tux. I'm thinking sequins, tails flowing out behind you, maybe one of those lapels with the... I love you, Gabriel.
I love you too.
I would be happy to help teach your homework.
I don't think you can.
Well, try me. You can't just give up on school. There are still 2 weeks left in the term, and you can bring up your grades. What do you have for an English class?
I'm supposed to write a story about my childhood.
Okay. What was the most fun thing you can remember?
I panic every time I think about my dad. So that's fun.
Oh, yeah. You can make it a fiction story. Maybe write it about a family of pterodactyls.
I'm not sure my teacher would accept that. My other failing grade is in Spanish. We're learning about family relationships, vocabulary words for mother, father, brother, sister, grandmother.
Oh, wow. Everything relates to your family. I can see where that would be tough. Well, how about we concentrate on the word amiga, because you're such a good friend to me.
Painted on a tapestry, I'll show you how I view the world. How has it changed since you came into my life? You can paint your canvas too. What colors will you choose? Blacks and browns and shades of gray, or all the colors in a perfect autumn day? Then in mine there are bits of you, and in yours there are bits of me. Nothing, I tell you, nothing will ever keep us apart. The words you say to me in letters, lunches, conversations all give me a window into your heart, into your soul. And if I had to tell you how I feel about our friendship, often all I have to do is give your words right back to you. Then in mine there are bits of you, and in yours there are bits of me. Nothing, I tell you, nothing will ever keep us apart. Take a lump of clay, moisten it, and shape it into a statue of you and a statue of me. Then shatter them, clatter them, break and mold them, add some water, then make 2 more statues, one of you and one of me. Then in mine there are bits of you, and in yours there are bits of me. Nothing, I tell you, nothing will ever keep us apart. My best
This is the worst day of my life. I'm the model husband, always putting family first. The last thing I would ever do is let my children be hurt.
Fingers flying, I am trying, can you tell if I am lying?
One minute my wife arrives at my house ready to go out to dinner with me, and the next she randomly takes my children away because I asked them to clean the living room. I don't deserve to be abandoned.
And then right back to gaslighting and making you feel meek.
Divorce is hard. I know. I'm here if you need to talk.
He's making it seem like I'm abandoning him. He is not the model husband.
Just ignore him. Surround yourself with safe people. We'll all support you.
The truth is, I can't blame you. Everyone in your family is divorced.
I don't need you to tell me that.
Doesn't mental illness run in your family? Didn't you even have some relative who committed suicide?
Can you not?
That must be what's wrong with Liz. It's genetics. I should have listened to those people 15 years ago when everyone told me she was no good and I shouldn't marry her. That family is trouble, that's what they said.
Jeremy, this is so inappropriate.
I would prefer if you keep our family's personal life between us. I'm respecting your privacy, but I could easily provide details about my rationale.
Don't take the bait, sweetie. He's making himself feel better by pretending that you are the problem.
My house is a sanctuary for my children to protect them from their crazy mother. Can't believe she tried to take my kids from me.
My daughter said that you were throwing things across the room the last time she was at your house.
Liana? You're such a loose cannon. I would never send my children to your house.
I have never put anyone in danger.
Expecting your children to stay overnight with drunk men is dangerous. Throwing things across the room at our daughter is dangerous.
She told me she would clean up and she didn't.
You really want your children to be afraid of you?
Just because Liz is a whiny baby, you kowtow to everything she wants.
I've never seen her behave that way, and you didn't even notice.
She's always refusing to do what she's told.
I'd be happy to go over proper ways of getting cooperation from our children. Hurting them is not acceptable.
I never did anything wrong. She knew what the consequences would be. She ruined our night out, and honestly, I wish I had hit her. Maybe that would teach her some respect.
Mr. Robbins, the evidence
This is such bullshit. You can't use our private text as evidence, and my Facebook page is my property.
The things you post online are for public consumption, Mr. Robbins.
But our private conversation.
Also admissible. If you had a lawyer, you would know that.
I don't need a goddamn lawyer.
Mr. Robbins, if you interrupt me one more time, I will hold you in contempt of court.
Fine. Hold me in contempt for court. I don't care. Nobody's going to take my kids. And guess what, Abby? I ripped up your stupid papers. Because nobody's going to make me get divorced if I don't want to. You're never getting rid of me.
Bailiff, take him away.
Whoa!
In light of recent circumstances, the evidence is extremely clear, and Mrs. Robbins will have full custody of Elizabeth and Chase Robbins. I recommend you apply for a restraining order.
What a crazy year we have.
This is a party, so anybody wants to come on stage, you're at the party. Woohoo!
Except me, I'm in jail.
In there, it's not that bad.
You're not welcome.
Are we jinxing fate to say it's over?
We know what that's like. What a crazy year we lived, right?
Are we jinxing fate to say it's over?
I am so glad those court cases are behind us.
Here's to being single and happy.
Thank you so much for helping me get custody of my children. That lawyer was awesome.
My pleasure. Your family means so much to me.
It's amazing to see how a marriage follows long after it's over. The identity that went with it, the friend that wasn't a friend, the love I kept counting on, even when it was disproven time and time. He must have believed I would never have the strength to stop allowing him to hurt.
He doesn't know the power of friendship.
I finally feel whole again, though it sometimes still hurts.
I have different...
Of course it will from time to time.
Of course, yeah, mine looks a little different, so let me just look at you. Of course it will from time to time.
Come enjoy the hors d'oeuvres hot out of the oven.
Helen, I just have to say, I'm proud of you. It's hard to change.
Well, I have the most amazing son in the world. Abby, we need to talk about finding his brilliant skating partner for Gabriel. Only the best for my son.
He's gonna be better than me in about 6 weeks.
I'm gonna pretend Brooke's standing like right here and just say this to Liz. Should I humor him and let him think that I'm not already better than he is?
Maybe I could be your partner if I work really hard.
Or maybe we need to talk about the incredible gender differences in skating attire and skills.
Now that I could get used to. But we are talking about a sport that's over 250 years old.
I'm so glad you've come back to the ice. You really belong on skates.
Thanks for believing in me.
I think we have a few things in common.
Totally. We both have a new, more authentic life ahead of us. Excuse me, I need to post this while it's still on my mind.
What are you posting, Gabe?
Welcoming people to my new trans teen support group. Thank you, everyone, for your outpouring of support after the passing of one of the greatest actresses of all time. Rest in power, Consuelo Gonzalez. Let us all use your legacy to do better, to be better, to give a voice to everyone who needs to be heard. If anyone out there needs a friend, a shoulder to cry on, a cheerleader, a muse, we are all here for you.
Hi Gabe, I wanted to see if you could help me sort through some, well, I'm not transgender, but I think I like boys more than girls, and I don't know if my parents are going to be okay with that.
Thank you for reaching out. Let me start by saying there's nothing wrong with what you're feeling, even if other people have a problem with it. Tell me more, whatever you feel comfortable with it.
Will I be accepted? Maybe a bit. Will I be rejected? Maybe don't quit. Think about whose problem it is if they don't like who you are. The answer is right inside your heart. Take my hand and help me through. I know if you don't even stop. Help me decide what to do. Come to see where your future is meant to be. It's so easy to shut down and hide. It's so hard to take this in stride. When I realize there's so much you need from me. Every child needs a time. I focused only on how this affected parity to team. Inconvenient, unexpected, different from the people I know. Now I'm thinking of what you need and how I can help you grow. Sometimes you have to do it afraid. Perfect decisions cannot be made. Listen to the calling within your heart, and you might be surprised that you are ready for the pace of change. Ready to increase your range. You can be ready to show what we can do. Ready to find out something new. Open your heart and join our song. You are special and you do belong. And no matter what the future brings, I'm here for you as you've been there for me. Thank you, friends, for keeping me